The book Kiss That Frog is explained chapter by chapter, with an in-depth analysis of every idea, story, and strategy presented in the book, in an easy and profound style that helps you understand and apply it practically. Book. Introduction. What are frogs? The frogs in the book symbolize the negative thoughts we hold about ourselves. Toxic emotions such as fear, anger, anxiety, and frustration. Negative experiences from the past that we haven't yet addressed. The book tells you that if you want success and happiness, you must discover those frogs, confront them, and transform them into a source of strength. This is achieved through 12 proven psychological and behavioral methods. Method 1. Take full responsibility for your life. Key idea. You are in control of your life, not circumstances or people. The first step to changing anything is to say, I am responsible. Why is this important? Blame puts you in the position of a victim. Taking responsibility gives you control and power. Exercises. Stop saying, it's his fault, or if only this hadn't happened. In every negative situation, ask, what can I do now? Method 2. Change the story you tell yourself. Key idea. Each of us has an internal story we live by. This story either lifts us up or holds us back. Example. Someone who says, I always fail, won't dare try. Another who says, I learn from every experience, will always progress. Exercise. Discover the old story. What are you telling yourself about your abilities, your future, your relationships? Write a new story in which you are a successful, educated, and evolving hero. Repeat the new story daily, a new mental programming. Method 3. Dig for the root frog. The idea, behind every negative habit or emotion, there's a deeper root frog, an old experience, childhood programming, trauma, or criticism. What to do? Don't just treat the symptoms, for example, anger or laziness, but look for the underlying cause. Ask, when did I start feeling this way? Where did this thought about me come from? Exercise. Write down all the behaviors or feelings that bother you. Then ask yourself, why? Several times until you get to the root. Method 4. Forgive others and forgive yourself. The idea, anger and blame toward others or yourself is a heavy burden. Forgiveness sets you free. Facts. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting what happened. It means, I won't let this hurt me anymore. Forgiveness helps you, not necessarily the other party. Steps. Identify who you need to forgive. Imagine saying to him, I forgive you and set myself free. Forgive yourself for all your past mistakes. Method 5. Completely accept yourself. The idea. You can't truly love others or succeed if you're not at peace with yourself. Why is this important? Excessive self-criticism breeds anxiety and weakness. Self-acceptance doesn't mean stopping your growth, but rather starting it from a healthy place. Exercise. Say in front of the mirror every morning, I accept myself completely as I am. Recite 5 positive things about yourself daily. Method 6. Become the person you want to be. The idea. Act as if you are the person you want to become, and you will gradually become that person. Example. Want to be confident? Act confident even if you don't feel confident. Want to be successful? Commit to the habits of successful people. Exercise. Describe your ideal self, the best version of you. Ask yourself daily, how would this person behave today? Method 7. Reprogram your subconscious mind. Idea. The subconscious mind stores everything we repeat. If you repeat negative thoughts, you will experience them. If you program it with positive thoughts, you will achieve them. Steps. Use positive affirmations daily. Repeat phrases like, I deserve success. I am confident. I learn from every experience. Method 8. Stop fearing rejection. Idea. Fear of rejection prevents you from asking for what you want or expressing yourself. Fact. Everyone gets rejected sometimes. Rejection doesn't mean you're worthless. Exercise. Facing simple situations where rejection is possible, such as asking for a favor. Note that life goes on, and sometimes you even get a yes. Method 9. Replace criticism with encouragement. Idea. People, including you, don't change with criticism, but with encouragement. Do the following. Talk to yourself like you would a toddler in need of support. Encourage others and focus on their strengths. Method 10. Make gratitude a daily habit. Idea. Gratitude quickly transforms your emotions. The more you focus on the blessings, the less negatives will affect you. Steps. Every night, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Even if you've had a bad day, find one small thing to appreciate. Method 11. Be kind to everyone, including yourself. Idea. Kindness works miracles. It makes you feel at peace, attracts people, and strengthens your relationships. Exercise. Do something kind for a stranger every day. Don't hurt yourself with negative talk. Be your own friend. Method 12. Live your mission, the idea. Everyone has a mission or a higher purpose for which they live. When you discover it, your life changes. How do you find your mission? Ask yourself, what am I passionate about? What do I enjoy doing and love helping people with? Exercise. Write down your vision of your ideal life in 5 years. Set a small goal to take toward that vision. The big takeaway. You are not what happened to you in the past, and you are not what people say about you. You are what you choose to be now. And every frog you encounter and accept brings you one step closer to the best version of yourself. In their book, Kiss That Frog, Brian Tracy and Christina Tracy Stein present several real-life and exciting stories that aim to illustrate how negatives can be turned into positives in our lives. Here are 2 of the most prominent stories from the book. Nate, tell me your story 1. The story of the young man who learned from failure. Main idea. This story revolves around a young man at the beginning of his career who faced numerous setbacks in his career due to his fear of failure. He had a single controlling thought: failure is the end, and he was always worried about how others would react when he failed. Main event. The young man at the beginning of his career tried to start his own business, but every attempt failed. Every time he launched a new idea or project, he faced major obstacles and ultimately failed. He didn't know how to deal with failure and suffered from extreme frustration. Then, in a moment of deep reflection, he decided to stop viewing failure as a catastrophe. Instead, he began to view every failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. He began to change his perspective and tell himself, failure is just another step toward success. Failure wasn't the end of the road, but rather an important lesson along the way. Transformation. This mental shift was his true breakthrough. He began to view every setback as an opportunity to improve his skills. He no longer feared failure, but rather saw it as part of success. Ultimately, he was able to build a successful company thanks to his positive thinking and learning from mistakes. Lessons learned. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's the beginning of new opportunities. Positive thinking and shifting the mindset from failure to learning increases the chances of success. True success comes from overcoming fears and dealing with failure positively. Story 2. The story of the woman who changed her life through positive thinking. Main idea. This story revolves around a woman who was living a boring life, filled with frustration and lacking any clear purpose. She felt stuck in a cycle of negativity, where every day seemed the same. Her life was ruled by negative beliefs such as, I don't deserve success, and luck isn't on my side. This was significantly impacting her personal and professional life. Main event. One day she read a book about positive thinking and self-change, and this book was a turning point in her life. It began to instill in her mind the idea that life could be better if viewed from a positive perspective. The main idea she embraced was that our thoughts determine our reality. She decided to start changing her negative thoughts. Although at first it was very difficult. She would repeat positive phrases to herself in the morning, such as, I deserve happiness, and every day holds a new opportunity. At first she didn't believe these words, but she continued practicing despite all the difficulties. Over time, she began to feel a gradual shift in her attitude. Transformation. Over time, she began to see how her inner change was reflected in her outer life. She began making more positive decisions and was able to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Her relationships with others improved, and she began to feel more comfortable with herself. She decided to quit her boring job and move into a new career field she had always dreamed of. Lessons learned. Positive thinking can radically change your life. Our thoughts determine who we are and what we achieve in life. It is possible to change anything in your life if you change your mindset. Consistently practicing positive thinking leads to major life transformations. The overall lesson from both stories: change begins within. In both stories, the protagonists began by changing the way they thought about failure and life in general. This internal change led them to success and achievement. Failure is not an obstacle, but an opportunity. Whether failure is in a project or in your personal life, failure can be a valuable lesson if we are able to view it as an opportunity for improvement. Positive thinking is a powerful tool that can help change your life. By replacing negative thoughts with positive ones, we can achieve unexpected results in our lives.